Hi, I'm Jacqui Reynolds. I'm a right-handed pitcher for the New York Kites. And today I'm gearing up with the Women of NESN. So right here I got my UMass Boston baseball gear bag. I've been coaching there for the past 6 seasons, and I used it to make sure all my stuff can fit in there. So I'm going to take you guys through a journey of my whole baseball career, coaching, playing, and everything. I have right now a Rays hat on because the first game that I ever went to was actually at Tropicana Fields. My uncle took me when I was young, and that's kind of where I fell in love with baseball. After, came back to Boston, became a Red Sox fan. And from then, I've been always interested in baseball. I grew up at Fenway Park. I went to like 15, 20 games a year. Yeah, so let's go through all my stuff. So first, right here, I have Wally. This is the pillow pet that I've had since I was in grade school. He comes with me everywhere. I never go without a flight or anything, and he's always with me. And he's like my little travel buddy. Makes flying a lot more fun. So, growing up, I lived in Woburn, Massachusetts. This is my softball jersey from high school. When I was little, I kind of didn't want to go and play softball. I wanted to go play baseball. And my freshman year, the gym teacher asked me if, do you want to play on the softball team? We have a couple spots available to make a freshman team. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it for 1 year as a favor. And, turned out that I made varsity the next year, and I was on the team my sophomore all the way to senior year on varsity, and this is the jersey that I wore. This is the number that I had. So it's really cool to hold this memory because I actually got my starting in coaching at the same school. All right, so this right here is one of the boxes that Fantasy Camp gave us for one of the years. So I started doing Fantasy Camp in 2016, which was the first year that they had a women's camp. And I've gone all the way now for the past 10 years of camp. There's a bunch of stuff from every single year of camp. I have this ball that is signed by everybody from the first team of camp. I actually won the championship the first year, and now I've won 4. This ball is also signed by everyone that's hit a home run at Fantasy Camp. I have my name tag for the first year. It was really cool. We got our own locker, and it was the first time that I ever got to see my locker be set up with baseball gear. We got some trophies. This one's a plunger because of the toilet bowl championship, and then they switched to an actual toilet bowl. I got to win both, so it's really cool to see just the different random stuff that we get from Fantasy Camp. The year that there was 6 teams, which has been the past 3 years, only 4 teams make it to the semis. So the last 2 teams play for the toilet bowl championship. So whoever wins gets a trophy, and we got a plunger and a toilet. So over the years of Fantasy Camp, we've lost many people, and one year they gave us a Louis Vuitton golf cart because he was always seen riding on his golf cart, which is really cool. It's one of my favorite little toys that I have gotten to show and everything, so everyone misses him and everyone misses everybody that we have lost. Got a baseball card of Mahler Hooch. She actually, the actor that plays her, actually was one of our coaches at Fantasy Camp for the 10th year. So this is really cool. She signed it on the back, nice little pin. And it's really cool to see all the people that have gone into Fantasy Camp that are involved with women in baseball, like the movie A League of Your Own. And at Fantasy Camp, a lot of the actual players that played in that league actually were at Fantasy Camp. So I have this pin right here. It's a Shirley Berkovich pin with the Hustle Award and her number. Unfortunately, Shirley had passed, so they gave us pins that year to honor her memory. Another one that's been going to camp for a while is Mary Moore and Maybelle Blair. So they are really special to our fantasy camp because they got to play in that league long time ago. This right here, someone made a baseball card. This is from the second year of fantasy camp, I believe, when I was in the Peaches. So someone made that and put it into plaques. This is from 2004 and 2005. So every year they take a camp photo. So you can see the growth of fantasy camp as the years go on. It's really cool to be able to be with them and to take a photo that lasts forever. So this is a patch that they gave us for Jerry Remy. It shows, the years that he was with the Sox and then also on the NESN broadcast, and then the back is photos of him. So that was really cool. I won't take it out. They wanted us, if we wanted to put it on our jerseys, but I think this is pretty cool to just keep as a keepsake right here. So that's really cool. So because of the 10 years of fantasy camp, we also get a Hall of Fame ring. So I was inducted into the Fantasy Camp Hall of Fame. This is the ring that I received from being a member. I also got a plaque, which is really cool, and it had a bio on us and just kind of what it meant for fantasy camp. I also have a belt. So for fantasy camp, you get to play a game at Fenway Park. So the first year of fantasy camp, I signed up and got to play. This is actually the belt I wore, and if you look very closely, there is some Fenway dirt from it, so I put it in a bag and as a nice keepsake. So these are the fantasy camp rings that I received as championship rings. A lot cooler than the toilet and the plunger. I will be receiving my 4th ring this year. Unfortunately, I'll be playing. So I won't get to attend the ring ceremony that's at Fenway in September. And I can't wait to see what the 4th one looks like. I have no idea what it looks like yet, but so far I have three different ones, so I'm hoping that the 4th one's also different. This is another thing that we got from fantasy camp from the 10 years. So you can see all the baseballs of all the teams. So from the first year with 4, they've added 2 more teams because more people have been signing up. So instead of 4 teams, now we got 6 teams. So they added the Red Wings and the Lassies. So this was a cool little photo that they made, and you can tell that they painted on from the baseballs, which is really cool. The last thing I got is this is our contract from fantasy camp, which is cool. We get one every single year. This year, this one's from this past year, so Craig Breslow also signed it at the bottom. So it brings us back to fantasy camp there, so yeah. So that is my little box of fantasy camp. I think fantasy camp is a huge moment in my baseball career. It was the first time I ever got to play baseball. I don't know if a lot of fantasy campers actually know that. So I think it's really cool to see fantasy camp has to offer. There is so many people that have done fantasy camp over the years. I have my adopted moms, my parents at fantasy camp. So they've adopted me basically where I get to hang out with women that are a lot older and hear all their stories and hear how they, would love to go and play baseball when they were younger, and now they get the opportunity to play now. And I know that a bunch of them are going to be watching the league, and a bunch of them are going to come out and support during the league. So that's really, really cool. All right, so this hat right here is from the Mass Athletics. This is actually the first time that I got to coach baseball. So I got to coach a 13U team. I have this ball here that is actually signed by all the players. It's been in my room ever since, and this is years ago. So this is really special that I still have the baseball from them that they signed after our first win. So this hat right here is UMass Boston. I've been coaching there for the past 6 seasons, and I've done pretty much everything there that you can imagine. I work at UMass as well. I do the Zamboni. I work all the games and stuff, so I'm really connected with all the student athletes from all different teams there. Just being able to coach baseball in college is pretty huge. I'm really excited that I get to see the growth of our players. I've been there for 6 years, so I've seen kids come in their freshman year and just grow as players and just adults in general. I have Right here is one of our conference baseballs. I actually took this from the first win back in 2021 that I was a part of. So this ball sits on my desk in my room, and I'm really excited that I get to be able to coach college baseball. It's been great. The guys are all awesome. They all watched the draft, which was really cool, and they were as excited as I was. All right, so this hat right here is the Johnson City Doughboys. They are in the Appy League, and I got to coach in that league for 3 years, which one year we won a championship. So I actually have the ring right here. It opens up, got a nice little light to it. It's really cool because it's got my name on it. It has the year, it has our record. It's right in there. On my hands, it has, everything that you could imagine in a championship ring, and it's the first big ring that I've actually received with a little case. So I think this is pretty cool. So while we were coaching in that league, there was 3 women my first year, and there was little fans and stuff, little girls that were really excited. So I have this photo that one of the fans actually gave me. She made a t-shirt that was for me and Bree Nasty, who was coaching at Elizabeth at the time. So it says my name, her name, and just #1 fan. And then she then printed out photos of us at the different games throughout the year. So that's really cool. She was a Greenville Flyboys fan. So we turned her into a Johnson City Doughboys fan for a little bit. She had her birthday party there and everything, so that was really cool. And yeah, it just shows you that representation matters. Like, I don't think that this little girl saw any other girls on the field anytime soon. So being able to just be there on the field and show just that you can do it, I think meant the world, and it means the world to us as well. This is a hat from the Maria Pepe series, which is hosted by the Little League World Series. They give an opportunity for young girls in Little League to get to the Little League World Series, but be with all girls. So they get invited to go to this, and they create teams, and everyone gets to be on a team, get all the Little League merch, and get to play baseball at that famous stadium that you see on TV during the Little League World Series. So when I was at fantasy camp, I actually met someone that started my baseball journey, Marty Cematelli. She was a coach at the time, and she saw me there and asked if I wanted to play baseball after fantasy camp, and I was like, yeah, I would love to. And she told me about the team called the New England Red Sox. So I've been on that team since that moment. I have one of the medals from the first baseball tournament that I ever was at. So this is really cool. It's from historic Dodger town of Vero Beach. It's really important to me because that team means a lot to me. We only get to play 2 to 3 tournaments a year, but I've gone to Florida and I've gone to Virginia for the past 10 years, getting to see teammates for 2 weeks out of the year, and it's like we've never left each other. So I'm really excited being able to hang out with teammates for more than a weekend in this upcoming 2 months. So that's really cool. Okay. So this right here is the Women's Pro Baseball League hat from tryouts. There was over 500 people there trying out. There was all different types of people from all ages. And I think what's cool about the Pro League tryouts was anybody really could go. So you had people that, played baseball their whole life, played baseball only a little bit, and then you had people that have never played baseball before because they wanted to be a part of something. And I think it's really cool that they allowed as many people that wanted to go to try out, because now they have a story to tell their kids that, hey, there's this professional league and I was actually at tryouts and here's a photo from it. And I think that's really cool that different generations were able to go, because I know me growing up, I always thought that I was going to play for the Red Sox. And back then, there wasn't that professional league at the time. Bringing it back to today, I'm on my way off to go play in the professional league, which I thought as a kid that was going to happen, but I didn't actually think it was going to come true in my lifetime, which is awesome. So here is one of the draft hats from draft night that actually was at JetBlue Park that we got to go to. So I got drafted by the team New York at the time. Now they have names, so I'm going to be playing for the New York Heights. And it's really cool to just be able to say that I'm going to be able to play professional baseball.
How does it feel to wear a New York jersey? So much love for Boston. I'm thinking you were playing for the Red Sox one day.
Yeah, I don't think I ever thought I would be playing in pinstripes. So that's going to be a little bit different. I know there's going to be a lot of Boston fans that are going to be rooting for New York, my parents included, and all the fantasy campers are also going to be rooting for New York instead of Boston for a little bit while I'm playing. I'm sure when Boston's playing and they're not facing New York, they're rooting for Boston. But it's going to be great to see everyone behind me support the league and everything too. I got the number from tryouts and the tryout shirt that we got. So really cool to be able to represent the league, and yeah, there's that. So if we get into some of my playing stuff, so this is my pitcher's glove. We got custom gloves from UMass Boston, and I decided that I wanted to get a glove and I wanted it to be custom with UMass's logo on it because of how much UMass is important to me. So this is my glove right here. Has my name on it, JR, and then, you know, the UMass logo. And I'm obviously bringing this with me to Springfield, and I can't wait to use it in the game out there. So this glove is pretty special to me. It's actually an ambidextrous glove. So when I first got it, I was injured, and I decided that instead of not being able to throw a baseball, I'll just try and throw lefty. And I taught myself how to throw lefty. I've thrown BP lefty and righty. I used to set up 2 cages and then had one kid hit in this one kid hit in this one. And I would throw righty to this side, lefty to this side, and just kept on going back and forth, which was really cool. This was a big tool to keep me in the game when I was injured. I stopped throwing lefty. Apparently I only throw lefty when I'm injured, but a really cool story with throwing lefty is I lost odds are at Fenway Park during the game, so I actually have thrown off Fenway's mound lefty for 1 pitch. It was not a strike, but it was close. So that's a good little story right there. I have my Dunkin's bag. All the guys know at UMass Boston that I get 2 donuts before every game, so always gotta have my Dunkin's coffee. And then I always have a bag of Skittles when I play. Every inning in between, I always grab a couple Skittles. It's just need that sugar. So right here, I got some bands. Gotta make sure that I always do my shoulder care. As a pitcher, best way to throw is be healthy. So I always have my bands, always make sure that I always do my stretches before I throw. And I always have a football. So I always use a football to throw with, just gets the arm loose, always ready to throw. It's a smaller football because my hands are really small. Pre-game football throws are my go-to. All right, so this is a baseball from my collection. I have a lot of baseballs in my room, as you can tell from all the stuff that I brought. I have a lot of signed baseballs, so on all my signed baseballs, I always print out and write who they are. That way, it's all organized. They're all organized alphabetically in my room. And I think I brought this one mostly because of the story. When I was younger, going to games and stuff, I would always watch people throw and try to learn from their mechanics and everything. So I was watching David Price throw, and he had noticed how I was watching and stuff, and he pointed at me and like threw one really hard at me, and then he came over, and I was like, oh, like why'd you throw that hard? He was like, oh, I thought you would be able to catch it. You were, by the way that you were watching, like, and paying attention, and he was like, I really liked how you were watching and signed a baseball for me. So that's a baseball he signed for me. It's a pretty cool story of just, you know, being able to go to games and watching the games as a fan and learn from the game as a fan. I feel like nowadays people aren't going to games and watching little details like I did as a kid, and I think that really helps my baseball journey of just being able to go to games and watching the little things like how pitchers warmed up and getting to see batting practice and watch how they all go. So It's a pretty good moment for me that I thought when I was a kid that I was like, that baseball player noticed me and he came over and talked to me after, so that was pretty cool. I'm Jacqui Reynolds and this was Gearing Up with the Women of NESN.